Well, hello. This is Madeline from Madeline's Craft Room, and it is my stamping live, which I call Create with Me. And tonight we're going to do a technique. And so I am from Vancouver Island, and I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. And yes, you can go to my blog that you see, my website, and you can get any information on my classes or what's happening. This summer is a little bit slower than what we normally have, but I still have uh, coffee and cards, which we meet once a month. And exactly that. I have a special treat for us that we enjoy with coffee as well as we make two cards. And then this Saturday, I have a tool studio. And so you can come in and not only see all my displays on my boards, um, they're all full of all kinds of wonderful ideas. But you also get to use my tools and my stamps and my inks and just come and try things out. So you can find on madelinescraftroom.net all my classes, and it will have a form that you can fill out so that we can make sure that you are going to be able to join us. So I'm glad to be here tonight because I'm going to try something that I don't know if you noticed, but we have in our Stampin' Up! Annual catalog, we have a paper that is called the White Center Specialty Paper. And we used to have a paper like that, but we have not in a while because our normal paper, if we try to tear our normal paper, it's the solid color, whether it be uh, Night of Navy or whatever it is, it's the entire cardstock is that color. However, um, they brought back this special kind of paper, and of course, it's in some fun colors. And can you see how inside is white? And so I'm going to show you how it works. This package comes with 5 different colors. So we have Azure Afternoon, and we have Fresh Freesia, Night of Navy, Berry Blast, and Berry Burst, I should say, and Lemon Lime Twist. And for this, I'm just going to show with these two, um, just to give you a bit of an idea. But like anybody can do this because guess what? It's just tearing paper, and you don't want to go straight across. You just get some little lines going in there, and that's all you're going to do is you're just going to twist, not too big for at least this project. We just want some thin lines. Got a few extra made, so let's see how far we got to go. I'm going to try that and see if that's enough. Oh, there's Wendy. Hello, Wendy. Yes. I'm wondering if anybody has tried this or seen that we had this paper in the catalog, because I certainly hadn't noticed it right away. There's been so many wonderful things to see and explore and learn and have fun with. But yeah, how simple is this? Just tearing paper. And I chose these two colors because I remember, well, these are returning colors. And when they were with us last time, I really thought the colors were really nice together, nice and bright and bold. It's Jenny. Hello, Jenny. So all you do is tear paper. Now I have a few extras, so we're going to see if we have enough. So what we're going to do is take our normal white cardstock now, and that's actually going to be what we're going to work with as our base for our card. And what we're going to do is, I prefer the multi-purpose glue for this particular one. I don't know, I just find that it works really well. So we're going to just glue. I'm not going to worry about getting it all the way around. I'm just going to basically go right down the center. And then when I do this, because we've got um, the full length, I'm going to go over the whole so there's no white showing on the bottom. Oh, I got to go in the wrong way. Hang on, got to go the other way. So actually that doesn't matter because we're going to cut it off. Okay, So now we're going to take this and maybe we better go a little bit closer so you can see. So you can see here, but I'm going to trim that off. But see how this, when you tear it, you've got one side that isn't white. Well, I want the white, oops, get in the screen, the white side to show. So here we go again. I'm just going to put the glue like this. And then again, our white side is going to go down. And my card base is 4 inches. And so this paper I had cut into 4-inch. And that way we know we're going to have the right size. So here was the end of the paper. It doesn't matter because we are going to cover the top part. So it's all okay to use that as well. And when you go, you just want to make sure that you're covering, you're not leaving a little bit of white in between. There is the white torn, but we don't want to see the white cardstock underneath that. So we're just going to keep going. Whoop. This is why I tore some of them ahead of time because it's a little bit of a repeat. So we're going to have a pattern. Obviously, you could use any color. You could use more than 2 colors. You could make a variety of colors. And I'm not being particular as to how wide, just however they fit, that's how they're going to go on. So here again, we have a flat edge one, and that's okay. Oops, I gotta glue it this way though. We want the white edge. Oops, upside down. Oh boy. So here, now we're going to put that on there. Now we need a lemon lime twist, and we're going to put that on. Okay. So has anybody done this technique before? Let me know. And if you're watching live or you're watching later on the replay, be sure to comment because I always do a draw, a monthly draw, and that way you can be entered into the draw. So tell me also if you have done this before. I'm just going to make sure that goes more on that side. Blue waves. Yes. And for the next technique, Wendy, we're not going to use paper, but we are going to use paper. I'm going to show you how we can do that. But yes, you're right. Absolutely. If you used, and we have 2 blues here. We have the azure, I can't see it there, azure and the night and navy. You could definitely do that even with these. So yes, definitely. Okay, now that has a piece of white, so we got to make sure that's covered. Okay. Oh, I'm going to have too much. That's okay. All right, now we're going to go with our berry burst. That's going to go in here. And now we're going to go in with the green. Debbie, and you haven't done this before. Well, you know what? This is so easy. It is, actually, it's quite therapeutic to rip paper too. Be a little bit careful when you're ripping, but yes, it is. I'm so glad you could join us, and I'm so happy to hear that you get to join us at Tool Studio. Fantastic. Nice to see everybody again. Okay, so we're going to, oops, it's not. I'm going to stay there if it's sticking to my fingers. Okay, I think I'm going to use this one. And what we're going to do, this same thing, and you can see I'm working on a silicone mat. And the reason I'm doing that is because it's going over the edge a little bit. And that way it will not make a mess on our paper where we're working. You've torn, oh, for snowbanks. Oh, that's a good idea, Wendy. I guess I'm not thinking winter yet, but yes, you're exactly correct. You could do that. Okay, now we have all the ends. Now we're going to take our scissors, and mine have walked off. It's okay. I'm going to grab these ones. Yep. So turn your paper over. And this now is where your guide is by using your white cardstock. And you're just going to follow that line. And cut any edges. So even on the sides, if you've got a little bit uneven, and of course on the other end, just cut that off. This is where sometimes we have to clean our scissors. Do you guys clean your scissors once in a while? I use different things, but I quite often will use the Goo Gone and clean my spatula and my scissors and my blocks, because and that's a good thing, we're using them, right? But yes, nice to have clean tools too. All right, so now I am actually going to move that over there so I don't put everything into it. But isn't that kind of wild? So there we go. Now, I was thinking for this one, I'm just going to put my lid on here. What I was going to do is do a sentiment. And this is where you can help me in choosing a sentiment. So I could use, I should show you. I have a basket here. And sometimes when I am cutting some different things, I will cut some extras. Goo Gone, yes, that's what my go-to exactly. And you can use, just make some different shapes. And then that way, when you want to go and find a template, you've got a whole bunch, and especially the stylish shapes. I especially do a lot of those. So you could use, first, before we do that, what color, and this is where I need your help, what color should we do in the background? So I don't think that one will be a good one. So, nah, I don't think navy. But what about, should we keep to the same colors? The pink or the green? I don't think we want that one. Nope. But I also have white. Where is it? Right here. Should we do it on white? Because we got the white center in the paper. Tell me what you think. Should we stick with white? Or should we use berry burst or lemon lime twist? Okay. And as you're doing that, we're also going to think about what sentiment we want. So I have a few different sizes of shapes. I have some circles. I like circles, but I also have some squares. I could do two. You like the pink? It is nice and bold, isn't it? I like bold. Yeah, I like that. Now, I can see I have a little bit of white still showing, and the white, it would cover it up, but just make sure that you have it completely. And actually, I probably should have put this in the trimmer. I'm going to eyeball it, but yes, put it in trimmer. Mine's over there. It doesn't do me much good right now. All right. So here we go. Oops, now it's all stuck to my fingers. So here on these circles, I have some different sentiments that we could put. Thinking of you, so happy to celebrate with you. I have some bigger ones. I know happy birthday, it's too iffy, but a thank you would fit in there. We could also do the circle sayings, thinking of you, hello. Which one are we going to do? Decisions. What's this one? No, I don't want to do that one. How about thinking of you? Thinking of you, and I don't have a block. Oh my goodness. Let's go over here. So with this one, obviously I don't want to go too big, but I'm just going to show you here. Let's do a few and then we can choose. How about that? Open my black memento. And I'm just going to make sure that it's all inked up and well. Yep, that looks good. Okay, so take this off the paper. We don't need it all bumpy. And we're going to do thinking of you. And let's try one more in a bigger one. Let's try, oops. Let's try this thank you. So this one is from Phrases for All, and I really like it because there's some nice big ones. Okay. So if we take this, let's just make sure. Yep, that's coming out really good. It's a nice clear font on that, printing. And down. Okay, so now we have two choices. So tell me what you think. Should we put the thank you or should we put the thinking of you? See, one is definitely bigger. And then we're going to put some bling on it too. So while I glue this, tell me what you think. Should we put the bigger circle with thank you or the little circle with thinking of you? Yeah, I usually keep my trimmer here. After club, I went and put it away last night. Okay. Anybody got an idea? I've also got some bling we can put on. So you can see this card doesn't really take a lot of time. You like the thank you? Yeah, I think it, the bigger one, it doesn't get lost, does it, in the busyness? I think so too. But see, it's okay because I have this one already stamped and I will just put it back in my basket. And next time there will definitely be a use for that. So I am going to pop this. So let's get my dimensionals. And I mean, you could color. I'm not going to color it. I'm going to keep it white. So let's turn it over. I'm going to put some bling on this. Sometimes we color around the edges, but I'm not going to this time. So let's take all these off. My fingers will cooperate. Oh, come on. Okay. Now, the other option is if you wanted them going up and down, you could put it that way too. Or this way. Should we go up and down? Let's go up and down for something different. I tend to make so many of my cards portrait. So let's try going landscape. Okay, now I had found these, which are called Tinsel Gems, a pack of 4. And they actually have 4 different colors. But I don't know if they're going to be the colors we want. No, they're not the colors we want. Okay. Unless we use that yellow. Well, I guess that's what I was thinking, is that yellow would be pretty close. Let's see. That green is definitely not close. And if we were using the blue, oh, here's a berry burst. Or is that the mauve? Either. Okay. I think we could use either the yellowishy one or, can you see? So we could use this color here, or we could use this limey yellow color. I'm going to get my Picket tool. Let's see. I think we're going to go for brighter. Anybody else have any ideas? I'm going to go for bright. I love, these are actually not available right now. These are the new in color dots. And I really, as you can see, really like them. And I like them because there's 3 different sizes, which is also really nice when you're putting on your embellishments. Can't talk tonight. Okay, so let's see. I'm going to put one there and a small one. Come on. Doesn't want to grab. How about we put the small one down there? So there we go. We have that card done. Now, I'm going to show you another paper technique. If you don't have the white centered paper and you want to try some a little bit different with paper tearing is, oopsie, and I just realized I forgot my paper. I'll just grab a new one. Now, quite often I have photocopies that I make and end up with pieces that I can cut off. And that's actually what I use here for this because it's just normal paper. And what we're going to do, kind of like what Wendy had suggested, is we are going to just tear this paper and we are going to actually use it as a template. So we could use this. Let's try one more just so we can have maybe some more. That's tearing too straight for me. There. A little bit more curve. Okay. Let's move my glue. No, not the card front. We now need a normal card front. So with this, I am, put a little ink on there. Let's use this side. I have 4 by 5 1/4, and this is Balmy Blue, and I am going to use one of our blending brushes. And the secret with this, so if you're talking waves, this is another really cool way of making waves. So you can, let's see, well, we could go this way. Are we going to make our card going this way? Sure, let's go for it this way since our paper is longer. So put your ink on and dab it off because you don't want a big blotch. And then what you're going to do is just use your blending brush and you're just going to go all around the top. Okay, then you're going to take it and then you're going to move it. So you don't want it exactly, and you might even want to alternate. Maybe you want to use this shape. You can do whatever you like, but now we're going to add another layer. And oops, that was a little bit darker, but that's okay. I mean, if it's waves, we know waves are different colors. Okay. Oh, that is quite different. I bet you we used a different color last night because that's quite different, but that's okay. Interesting. So let's see. And if you wanted your paper bigger and then you can move it like this around a little bit more, that also can be effective. But let's do it this way. Now, if you want to have a little bit more pressure, put your finger on the actual head of the brush, and that will apply a little bit more pressure. Now, if you're thinking you also want to add in another little different color blue, this one is Tahitian Tide. I'm going to try just adding a little bit of a different blue. So let's try that. This one isn't as juicy. If you have a really juicy pad, like my Balmy Blue is really juicy because I just inked it up, then you definitely have to make sure you tap. As I'm doing this, you can see it's not that inky. So yeah, we're getting some different colors, but that's okay. So let's put this in here. Okay, I definitely have to ink that off. So again, like you were saying with the snowbanks, then you would just, whoopsie, you would just put your torn pieces of white paper, and then you would have your layered snowbank. But with this, we're going to use this as an actual template. And again, how easy, because we just got torn paper. So I'm going to switch around to this shape a little bit. Yeah, this is the one that's a little bit lighter. Oh, I think I have to do some inking there. Re-inking is necessary. Oh well, easy as pie to do. Just got to remember this is the one that needs to be done. Okay, I think I'm going to add some more balmy blue now. Tap this one off because it's juicy. I'm going to go back to using this one. Okay. And you can also, of course, combine if you wanted to say, okay, I want the bottom of this to be a little bit more of a darker on the torn side, then you can do a little bit of that color there. So easy. And if it slips a little bit, especially for waves, you can see that that isn't an issue for the waves. Really easy technique. So I forgot to get a fish out. Oh, well, I just want to show you this technique. We may not finish the whole card, but be watching because I will post the end result. Okay. Just don't want to keep everybody too long. Just want to give you some good ideas that you can try at home. So even if you don't have all the stamp ink colors, oops, that got a little dark, or if you don't have, ooh, that really, see my balmy blue, it's dark. So let's just make that spot a little darker then. I'm busy talking and not paying attention. And if all else fails, that's where the die cut goes or the sentiment goes. You can always cover up your boo-boos. And now I'm right at the end. So I'm just going to, yeah, it has a neat effect. I mean, it is, I'm saying it's waves, but of course it doesn't have to be waves. It could be just a really nice background for technique wise, right? So there you have that design. And greens. I was just going to say that, Wendy, and I'm using blue, but the same thing. If you want to make meadows or grassy areas, it's the same technique. So lots of different things that you can do with tearing paper. Just normal scrap paper for this technique. And then, of course, we have the ones that I showed you there at the beginning. So where did I put that card? I've lost my card already. Okay. How could I do that? Oh my goodness. We literally, oh no, here it is. Ay, ay, ay. Okay. So now we have the two torn paper techniques. So hopefully that gives you some nice ideas. And like I said, be watching and I'll finish that. Haven't decided if I'm going to put fish on it or what I'll put on it. I mean, you could also finish it up with just, again, your sentiment. Like, where did I put my card? Where did I put it? Oh, here. Woof! Everything's flying. Would you use that color or this color? No, I think I would definitely use this color. So again, you could not make it ocean at all, and you could just put something on like that and put some embellishments, and then it would be done. So hopefully that gives you some ideas, ladies. I'm so thankful that you got to join me, and we'll see you soon. Okay, bye-bye.